Hi everyone, good afternoon. In this lecture series, we are going to discuss about the Hamming codes. Already we have discussed some of the codes. In error control coding, Hamming code is also one type of code. So what is the purpose of the Hamming code means? Here we are going to detect the errors. So the error detection is necessary here. So here we are going to identify the message errors, and through the reliable communication we are transferring the errors. So for reliable communication the messages will be in the form of the accurate. So finally the error correction stage has been involved. So it fixes the message errors. This is the function of the Hamming code. Just we are identifying the error. For the reliable communication, we need the accurate message delivery, and finally we are going for the error correction. While we are incorporating this empathy with the Hamming codes, the first thing we have to understand the data corruption. So, how the data corruption has been occurred. The first thing is the interference. So, how the interference is made means the external noise disrupts the signal integrity. The next one is the transmission errors. In transmission error, the errors may be occurred due to the data transfer process. Due to the data transfer process, the transmission errors may be occurred. The third one is due to the environmental factors. The conditions like weather affect the signal quality. So here these are all the things that made the data corruption. This is the empathy part. So how we are going to ensure this error-free communication means first we are going to detect the errors. So what are all the errors that can be identified in the received message, and finally it is given to that of the error correction. So what is the purpose of the error correction means it fixes the error and it has to restore the original messages. So this is the thing we are going for the error-free communication. So how to ensure the data integrity? So we are using so many error detection methods. It may be in the same level of the error correction, and if we are going to implement the Hamming codes, it adds the parity bits to detect and correct errors, ensuring the data reliability. So what is the purpose of the parity bits? There are two types of the parity we know. One is even parity, another one will be the odd parity. So here the function of the parity is to check whether it is an even parity or an odd parity. Here we are encoding the data for the error detection and correction. So what is the purpose of the encoded data with parity bits? Here the messages will be in the form of protected and it is ready for the transmission purposes. The next one, suppose if there is uncoded data, for example 1011, so it will be in the form of unprotected message. It will be in the form of raw messages. Here we are having the error detection techniques. So here there are two things happen. One is parity bits match. Another one will be parity bits don't match. So no errors may be detected. Data is intact. And in parity bits, the error is detected and the data will be in the form of corrected. So how we are going to correct the errors with the parity bits? So we are having the pinpoint error. The first thing is we have to identify the bit, and the next process is we have to correct the bit. And if there is any damaged package, if there is any incorrect parity of the errors that has been detected, and there will be a repaired package, that is correct parity bits can be restored. Prototype, just with the uncoded data, just we are correcting the error corrected data. So what are all the things in between happen means one is encoding, that is adding parities. The second one is sending data over the channel, and the third one is we are correcting the potential errors. So to ensure the data integrity, we are giving the input data, that is we are introducing the errors, and finally we are correcting the errors. So this is the mind map. What do you mean by Hamming codes means what are all the functionalities we are having, how it is incorporated with the DT structure, and how we are fixing the Hamming distances, and what is the purpose of the data integrity. So these are all the assessment questions. In order to find the minimum Hamming distance, the minimum Hamming distance should be 3, and Hamming distance can detect only the errors, and it may be correct only the 1 bit errors. It does not rectify all those errors. Thank you.